we're gonna die. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge! I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How can anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? I found someone special. Oh, are they? Hold on, let me fix that. I can fix that. Yeah, that's my outline. Let me just find that real quick. Woo. Perfect. There! Okay, we got it. This sounds depressing, but she loves depression. I found someone special. Actually, wait, let's save and see if she likes it or not. I can't save. I used to feel that way, small and important alone, but lately I'm not so sure. Sort of different. I started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. Look at Spirit has turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on the topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend, perhaps something more? I don't know why this island is planned for me. A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped in a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends are what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone to be my perfect student, perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself. Now I'm all I've got. Worse still, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. I sounded a little bit silly, but she looks around to see if anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. The dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. So stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass, right? But I didn't let it out. But then I, chop chop. Now the dragon's pretty much a one-track revenge beast. Enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? Nothing but darkness. I killed the heavy dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome, honestly, though. I feel like I don't think I got anything inside me at all. Just darkness. Never-ending darkness. But that's where was the biggest goth on the island, so you arrived. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. Those things are really heating up. Your flare of footsteps behind you. Quickly spin around. Ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only found this white and out. Sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand. They're waving in the air above their hands. Very important to stick to itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sex for cute flirt points was not a part of evening's activities. It's strictly plotted in after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Think of the sip and stretch. I need water desperately from talking so much. Playing sick? No, I was... No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after Mr. Flirting. Go, 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 go! Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Planet quickly make an announcement. That is Dwight. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. It means we're behind on time for our evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. It's one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. As long as only one person gets to share, how should we decide who? Oh great, say there's a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I will be angry. I merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, realize it's probably for you. You embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, I think it's talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out? But never before, even though I'm taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened in the schedule? Even once? Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex the authority gimmick one more time, so help me. Donald? Do they mean Dwight? They just got the name wrong? I'll snap your head off so quick, then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Oh yeah, they're just messing the names up. He doesn't actually know their names. Buster Muster, back on. You two know I love to hack and slash and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. Still, I gotta get started in story time. So, Oral, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it. That's a name. Let's save. We're obviously picking Spirit. Please, pick something quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Spirit! I choose you, Spirit! Whoa, whoa, Star Experience being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Just be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? That was a Pokemon reference. Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes. She gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. And I literally pulled the guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. Everyone else is gonna chit-chat. I guess I can just sit down and just eyes go red behind her mask. But Trapper and Ray take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. I hate to break it to you, but that story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, so I'm going to tell you my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. There's a Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped through the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hoda, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds began to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. How could anyone resist wanting to know more? But there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like that just appear? A mystery, as if it was conjured by magic. This is no illusion. The box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Fair pauses her story, looking face to face with each audience member. There's no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Help me! Cried somebody from inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now, it was as every detective in the city was there, looking at the strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid as, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up and I was here. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations. Detective Hoda comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety, as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddled on the ground. The man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hoda was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her, like it had never been before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hoda. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together. We won't let this be the end of your story. Looking to the nearest of passages, Detective Hoda watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promise? Asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge. She felt the instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, but to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. So when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hoda, for she knew he would return. And he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, Promise. Promise that I'm not alone. Yes, she promised, I do, and pressing her palms against that hold outside the box. Without truly knowing why, Detective leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in this soft touch. Thank you, said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice as he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment to eerie calmness. Who kisses a hostage like this? Get back, yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself to protect Hoda in the box, breaking in silence that was soon filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something triggered, as if some unseen lever pulled. The side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hoda gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. So when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him, in the corner box was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps it's just how Detective Hoda had to think of him in the moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces disconnected from each other, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. On top of the pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips in icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story. It's here, you're not alone. Everyone else is looking to the fire up the sky, anywhere but a spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual? She really went into great detail when it comes to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. But Claudette is staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game is supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something. Stand up and try a slow clap? Cool story. Say nothing. Hug her. Hug her! You stand without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe hovering there begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward movement and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without so much as a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break. They split up for a little bit so that they can have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear in the ocean is slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds before Trickster shows up, and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know I've been hearing from these guppies all day. Why don't you hear something like from a big fish like me? From the specials. Those in charge of the island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about what just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog follows me. I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted by the piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day. Even when you're a god, I mean, a narrator. Thanks for the alert. You're doing it again, right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with it. Oh, hot tub stream. Dipping in hot tubs with the spirit, you come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Ooh. You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. Hey, save again real quick. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. So to be totally clear, even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not like me in any shape or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not any otherotically. I believe you completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, and so was the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on the island, trapped in what might say in the most puzzling place. Also completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips are blue. Your lips are blue. Really? You called it blue? Searching for answers, I'm hoping to find revenge! Similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, they're coincidences. It's your head, whoever you are. Sorry, my blood runs through my veins, or well, maybe it's coagulated by now. No need to discuss the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my interest into this world. You know how many swords that is? A lot. You gotta figure out how many sharp edges a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep, when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. Never been able to shake it. Very adult story for a child to learn. You believe me? Yes! I mean, we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told the story clearly came from someplace deep. Fool! Who taught you to such a stranger? You're gonna get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. I've been bamboozled! Now you got me wondering, do I believe you? Do you believe her or not? I know everything, believe me. Please trust me, I do know everything. Don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answers to your question? Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. So I didn't mean to distract you. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a box of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from the puzzle box. You realize that she is the damn it got me going again. First of all, you can follow this conundrum to what should be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions. Find a certain two someone standing before you with a fresh towel, ready to dry you off. Sorry, kids, it's time for bed. Maybe the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. Mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. Cut out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it for sending me on my way. I miss her. Watch her spirit stares off in distance, her hand gripping to a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. She catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claude out of sight as she floats off. We didn't choose correctly. Right up to the campfire, the heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking to the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. If managed to escape this place, will you leave with your life, or has it already been taken from you? It's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery. If you dwell on it too much of your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles, stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by the firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we weren't going to make you comfortable or die trying. But we're going to make you comfortable. We hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Try to keep the volume to a minimum. Other guests are the type who want to rob of their beauty sleep. Sure. Ready. Away we go. Relax and look at the fire. The radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide you must adjust the dial and fix it. Whoa! Which one do we want to go for? 100? Oh, I missed. Let's see what's on the station. Listen. I'm looking for a specific one. Is this Oni or Spirit? I like that one. It's very chill. I could sleep to this. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. So I had to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Would you like to summon by your side as you lay by the fire? Spirit! Spirit, you're around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music. Dab on some... Dab! Dab! Hit the dab! Dab on some essential oils and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. A comb! Spirit reaches to present you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo. I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. We're in. She's giving us her priceless heirloom. I won't want it back, though. And if you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me? If it's the last thing I do. I finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speak to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky by now. Oh, you've had the whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%, you hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. It's because we're thirsty! You wake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Punches rifling through your pockets. Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you, merely trying to get to know you better by seeing what sort of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but... Well, yes, I am saying that. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up. I'm making sure they don't have anything fishy. And I was making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. Well, gotcha. You should really consider spending some more time with me. I'm not scary. As she raises a two-handed axe to cleave us. You're not? Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've watched you since you got here, you know? Not in a creepy way. Not just pauses for a long moment. Or in a charmingly creepy way. I've noticed how fun-loving you seem. Spend some time with me tomorrow. Maybe I'll take you to a special place I found. It's all mine. None of the other killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet and isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. I love beef stroganoff. That sounds very enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Shh. Places a gigantic head on your forehead and your eyes flutter closed. Finally alone, for real this time, maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Spooky. Wait a second? Where are we? This isn't... Oh jeez, it is. One of those reality shows confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Can you blame me for not getting along with others? I mean, I haven't had a real conversation with anyone since I was a child. I hate the fact that I haven't slaughtered the newcomer for the meat yet as a win. I take the fact that I haven't slaughtered it as a meat yet for a win. They look pretty tasty though, so who knows what'll happen tomorrow. Hey Dwight, do we have tarragon on this island? Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I am a master of self-control. And right now I'm using all the self-control I can muster, because today was a disaster. Say, I didn't love it. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them though. I want to lead them on a little more. Make it that much better for me when they're screaming. I only try to feel about Oral. On one hand, everyone ever cared about has been awful fate. It's probably good for Oral if they just keep ignoring me. On the other hand, there's something about that makes me think that maybe could work out for my plan, or for me. And then everyone thinks of me as the beautiful cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I didn't choose to be cold. The cute hat, robe, okay, those are a choice, sure. Someone to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, I'm gonna get bloody revenge society that has used me and threw me away. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. We're in with spirit. We're doing it. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great. Totally well rested. Not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down by the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang's hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch. No? Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster. Carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off, right? Is it poisoned? Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. Also, I want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that it wouldn't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagement, especially in the other island. She winks at you. When asking how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. At least she brought me a cup of... Wait, no, don't drink that! How was that? Don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. He definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. It was almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. It's supposed to be a tropical paradise, so I'm pleased you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. 2 thumbs up to review 2, not an eternal prison of pain. Please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithm. Meta! Just trust me, I'm looking out for you, so can we please move on? Wait a sec, how did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? It's not a parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Speaking of graves, I'd like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. If this place is an eternal prison of pain, I'm not saying it is. Even in a place of extreme horror, it can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Thumbs up, review. It was crafted with love and or the type of thing that you're into. The ocean's right, a lot of hard work goes into places like this. You should really judge them the artist's intent. Whenever possible, starting from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Instructions, elaborate simulations, vacations. Not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies. That's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. You gotta celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of the creative process. It's the ultimate intent of making things for enjoyment, not to be overly critical of them. Are you trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I say it's in a poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this in the second morning. Sad, really. Even if I do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points. I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Arl. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yes, I'm not suspicious there's no option. Yes, I'm not at all suspicious there's no option here. What an encouraging response. And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Claudette, maybe I wasn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here. There's a chance they're still clicking. Even right now to see how you'll respond. Look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter, Oral. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, Oral. You hear us? We're all having fun. I do need to ask you one question, though. We all sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Sure. We can. I suppose. Yes, I'm hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract stating that I, Earl, will never say anything negative about my stay here on the island. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Earl, it's still totally cool if you constructive feedback. This place to leave that isn't a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Yeah, just yes and yes. Anyway, I see Dwight and Cloud have gone into a trance, but the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Breakfast. Yet the entity is the ocean. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up their sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and once you've been tending those beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Take your plate and sit down. Thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful, mysterious island. Looks like you're certainly you're not the only one doing inspection, though. Pepper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. Can't imagine you can make me any angrier today than you did yesterday. I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated, anyone see where I left my cleaver? I'm just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back for your breakfast? No. The hunter steps to talk about her feelings. Island is treacherous. I don't know what the newcomer thinks they're doing here, but it certainly isn't helping any of us. Well, Hunter's pretends to be independent, but she's secretly kind of miffed that Hugh and her aren't getting along? Oh well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast too. Just like that, here comes Spirit. Something's not right. Did anyone feel especially cold last night? Not in a technically dead sense. I don't know, some other sense? Like for the first time in a long time, I felt the sun yesterday, and then it went away. I didn't like it. Guessing Mantis had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Perfect, there he is. Take us home, Ray. I'm glad the introduction of ours to our island paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, didn't distract me from my normal routine. Ignoring all of you and vice versa. There's an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking any questions. I'm asking question 2 is, it's when will Wraith shut up? Now they're all looking at you expectantly. What, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything about myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Or, sexy true-to-life experience. Maybe didn't get any breakfast, but so be it. Breakfast is more cannibalism. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. You get there, though, something catches your attention. Hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess that is okay, right, you know? I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these fine four killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing as how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yes! How does that feel? Intense. Nice. It feels right. This is uncomfortable. Pegging. Now I want you to take that and put it... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. Sorry, I have no idea what these two do. Whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. You say something so they know they're close and you can hear everything. Oh wow, look at the super cool bottle of Tristan Brown Sunlit Tan someone left in the chair. Do we know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on. A little privacy, please. But is panting and Claude has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know else to let you know I was here. And then I could hear you, well, you know. You know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing, I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun? I think people trying to find new ways to kill each other in desperate search to make their own death permanent. It's fun? Oops. We have 5 minutes to ourselves every day. We've been hoping if we stab each other just the right spot, we won't be resurrected. I believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from. And I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. You actually think we were me and him, Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard, they get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy, and then all our entry wounds in our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Arl, you're gonna need it. And hey, figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. There's both a tragedy and a comedy. A Cragmedy. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. Go to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was in short a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. Dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit. Soaking up heat in a heated sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Ooh, I like that. I want to be a date with me. Who would make the first move? Aside from a disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's... Hey, babe. Breakfast is weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. Ugh. What's this about? Some kind of forced tongue and check in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon. Or after 4 p.m. Eat fast. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You see my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see later at a private stage on the island. You know, IT Island. Where the Hollywood celebs hang out and play your cards right. They give you a private show. Hit you around. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give them that. No blow of that? Threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. We're not best friends because we don't want to talk about... A little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation just to go smashing down the fourth wall in 5 seconds. Now that that guy's gone, I'm gonna get some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by. It's time to lay back, take some slow, deep breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. What's up? Let's see what it is this time. Water check is so good. My neck is locking up. Oh yeah, that's a good stuff. That's the good stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. You should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness. Yeah, the game's out. It came out like a couple hours ago. Like literally like an hour ago they released it. You know, a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness is Tropical Nightmare. Best of all, I'm not the only one who seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you really. It's my favorite spot. I just got a feeling you appreciate it in the way I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. Sadly, there's no blight yet. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them all. And my father too. And I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura. Waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary and more than a little hot. You get turned on by menacing. I do. Look, all this time in Murderer's Island has gotten us both a little confused about things. Choosing to lean into it, I suggest you do the same. I've seen her get mad, which probably enough to scare you into compliance. You've also seen that there's more sensitive sides hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? Consider her offer, but if you can decide on what you want to go to Spirit, the Wraith interjects. Ah, Spirit's great, she's the only one out here that doesn't get totally on my nerves. I guess you got taste. Good taste. I don't know, we could hang out and I can show you some cool stuff if you want, or ugh. You gotta say anything. Have a choice, you weigh your options quickly. Because you can only go on one date today, and you also won't be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. You always gotta remember that these are all cold-blooded killers. You know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then you die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. That sound has really got me tilted. Who will it be? Obviously Spirit. I gotta go with Spirit. You made the correct decision, but know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm gonna slobber all over you like a dog, understand? Well, of course, I still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real. That I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form, you feel me? You will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. If you ask Cloud to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. This game's adorable. I just got an achievement for Spirit. You and Spirit arrive at the coast overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. Noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really color at all. It's the absence of color. Technically, it's a void. Like me. Spirit smiles. Nature abhors a vacuum. You're not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up to the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. Spiraling black light reaches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that! The light and sound recede as the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays the towel down and then pats it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. She takes some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. It's an invitation to get a little hands in action? What else could it be? Now we're talking! Where should I start? Your back? They always start there in the movies. Whoa, sailor, slow your roll. She doesn't actually need your help reaching behind her. Have you noticed that her hands float in the air? I'm good. The lotion is for you. You have reached those difficult spots? Your hand float around behind your back. Sure, why not? You're saying your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. But your Spirit applies sunscreen to herself in the most unique way. And floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. Comment on her floating hands ability. After your hands just float around you like that, you can reach things way easier than I can. It's almost like you're some sort of superhero. I'm glad you get a kick out of it. Floating sort of limbs isn't exactly my type of superpower you wish to have as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. I really don't understand why some people act the way they do. Tell them I'm jealous. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm honestly jealous. Maybe you should lighten up. You know what? I got just for jealousy. This should clear you. Don't kill me. Exactly what it feels to be me. Oh God! Oh God! We messed up. We messed up. She killed us. Oh God! I'm supposed to apologize there. Oh sweet Christ. Okay, let's change things a little bit here. I'm gonna say now we're talking. Okay. Sure. Comment about her hands. Apologize. Really sorry, I clearly thought about through what your experience was like. Sometimes humor is how you deal with uncomfortable situations, but clearly you read the room wrong. Just thinking about what you must have went through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. We were worse than death. At least death ends, eventually. I wouldn't want to forget it. You literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull out all these pieces of glass that are stuck in my flesh right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me, and what the world did to him. So I refused to play the universe's game. I hated the other forces to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. The way the fear and anger filled him up and it came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. For that thing about revenge, the dragon same, it's gonna do what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was, I'm sure of it. I appreciate that, Earl. I suppose a little help isn't bad at all. In life, in love, the world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I've used a little assistance reaching delicate toast for a bit of lotion, you know? Have your body contorted into these vengeful poses. It really does a number on my joints. It rubs the lotion on its skin. Or else it gets the hose again. Ready! Can we save? Can't save. Perfect! Perfect! Close. Not bad. Not bad. Yes, I'm so good at games. Perfect. Well, the lotion made it to where it's supposed to be going, eventually. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. There was a next time. I'm sure you'll do even better. Look at the lighthouse. Ominous dark room hovering above this moment between Spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is. In this case, does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst of black light that rescues you from this awkward silence. It's a ghost ship! From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death. The spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the air above the ship as it creams towards the shore. Before crashing on the rocks, it must have been drawn above the lighthouse. Here's the distant shouting of sailors. The old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Alright, it does that sometimes, too. Did we, do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again, except for the waves. Note to self. Hungry sharks. Pirate killer confirmed? these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they are, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbow flags. Not the only ones drawn here today. Great! It's more from the poltroons behind you. It didn't come here to break up your date or something. Came here for that. Race points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to its attention. I'm searching it in my dreams, shining a strange light on me. I can't avoid it though. Through woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Oh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does it to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me. Those dead pirates or that mermaid I saw washed up on the shore that one time. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you catch my drift. I'm part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river alive that runs beneath the island. Or something. Pretty sure I figured that out. The basics anyway. Come with me, I can. You can get cut! Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple inches off of Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hint and backs a few steps away, slowly. For the quiet guy, he really never shuts up. He'd be that way, you'll see. Alone at last, tension broken. Ghastly moans quiet, and the Wraith vanished back to wherever he hangs out. He scoots closer, Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. Not quite clear the whole fog thing works. You don't even care, feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. You start to adjust her robe, you can get a peek at the bathing suit beneath. There's someone who seems so intent on proving how little they care about what everyone else thinks. She put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. Oh, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see what interruption coming. Thought it could burst in on you and interrupt whatever you're doing. Doesn't seem like they were worried about the bumping too much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Luckily, we're here to invite us to join us back at the beach. We'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? Well, they ate Felix, so... When you're at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudia simply stand quietly. This isn't what it all was promised. Wait a minute, there's no announcement here. There is. On me. You have money, your friend? I told you to get lost. As you see, lost is what I am, and so are you. I know the way out. I gotta map back to my secret lair, literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. You got a secret lair? Damn it! Is there anything about a secret lair? I said I've got sap in my secret hair. There's a flap on my secret chair. Let me change the subject. Ask him what he's talking about. And I make a mess of the first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even close to a year it is. But in a while. I'm not about to be ditched by the likes of you. It's not me messing things up, like I keep trying to tell you. It's this dang island. I've come to accept the difficult truth. What's happening here, well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision, it's simply the way it is. There's no use fighting it. What do you even know about fighting? All I know is you hiding your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby while whining your little bell. But don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I can't not fight, even when all I might do is hide. You see this giant hat? It's a metaphor! If I have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks. Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. You do your little phase blocking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking. We know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks, you cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about. This sure sounds like some video game community forum sort of minutia, if there ever was such a thing. Not that you know about that either. No, I know nothing about this. That's crazy. It sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudia are going to stop this, so it's on you. Ahem. I think I was brought here to make this choice. I'm going to do that now. And I choose... You gotta choose her. From down to it, neither of these two seems easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her. She has a certain charm to her gloom. Spirit and I are actually having a nice time. Besides, if my fate's on this island, well, hell with fate, really. I think it's the wrong way, Ray, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day. No wonder you're so skinny. All that second-guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. If it's taken, it's... Yeah, okay, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess. Sometimes. Right, so I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith too. Can I save again? I haven't saved in a while. Yeah, it's been over an hour.